Well, I wrote on the blackboard before the game that, I should say whiteboard. I wrote on the whiteboard before the game that defense and rebounding win championships. And it was prophetic because we had no offensive rhythm at all today. But our defense carried us, and we rebounded enough to come out with a win against a very scrappy Tennessee State team. And what a great crowd we had tonight to get us through those tough stretches. You know, it's home court advantage is everything. And the Aztec fans showed up today and supported their Aztecs and kind of spurred us to a win. We broke the game open when we finally got a few fast break opportunities. You know, we forced 18 turnovers, and some of those in the second half we were able to run out on and get some fast break opportunities. Our bench is extremely deep, and you don't have to look any further than Adam Seiko. You know, Adam maybe played 4 minutes in the last game and then came in today and hit 3 threes and made timely plays and played tough defense. Joel Mensah came in, gave us good minutes. Agwook came in, you know, fighting a little illness, but he fought through it and gave us quality minutes. And so we're deep, and we needed every player we had on the team today to step up and make important plays for us. And so I'm proud of the job the bench did. Offensively, we're missing too many open shots. And, you know, we got to make some of those. And we didn't have a rhythm in the fact where I thought we were over-dribbling the ball a little bit. You know, we didn't trust in what we were doing in practice and have it transfer to the game. You know, we looked out of sorts. And so we have to, over the next couple of days, not change a lot, but get them back to the basics of what we do as an Aztec offense and get them moving and moving the ball better and spacing the floor. And hopefully the offense will be better when we take the floor Thursday against Creighton.
What do you think was going on in those last 9 minutes where you guys weren't able to get a field goal in the first half?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the tape. It's just you know, it's too much standing around probably, you know. And we got off to a great start, and then, you know, we have offense that we run out of certain positions on the floor, and we didn't get into it. Kind of held the ball too long, dribbled it one extra time, and it didn't move freely. And it wasn't the fact they were selfish. They got to recognize quicker that when everybody's in these spots, this is what we can run. You know, they kind of, I thought, froze up at times, and they were in space where they could have run 2 or 3 plays out of a certain space on the floor, and they didn't get into them. You know, they tried to attack downhill on the dribble. And I don't mind that. I want them attacking on the dribble, but not all the time. And I think there were times when we were running our secondary break or our flow offense where we could have swung it and doubled away, or we could have swung it and chased ball screen, or we could have dribbled handoff, and we didn't do any of that. We kind of just held the ball and dribbled the air out of it at times. And it has to move freer, and we have to get into our sets better. And that's not – it's tough to yell from the bench. I don't want to coach them from the bench. There are certain games where we see it, and they get into it on their own, and that's what the goal is. They have to see it and get into it in order for us to be as good as we want to be offensively. Yeah, they're good. They did it. I mean, they're well coached. I mean, their scouting report was great on us. They took certain things away. They denied certain passes. They switched a lot of stuff, and we just had to make adjustments as we went along and try to find some rhythm offensively that we were comfortable with. You know, whether it was continually setting a high ball screen or throwing it in the post, and just some things that would get us freed up a little bit where we could make some plays. But a lot of our set pieces, they did a very good job of denying certain passes in the set piece that made it tough to get through it.
Coach, you talk about those 2 runs in the second half, 9-0 and 8-0. How big is that, obviously, when the offense is not able to consistently put points on the board and you have those little bursts of scoring?
Yeah, everything, you know, everyone knows basketball is a game of runs. You know, so we had 2 nice runs in the second half, and it was a difference in the game. You know, I don't know what kind of run they ever had as far as, you know, if they got to a 6-point run or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. They got one in the first half, obviously, because we got a lead, and they came back and took the lead. So they're a good team. They're going to challenge for the Valley title, I think, and they're deep and well coached, and they play hard. And then obviously when you get someone like their point guard making threes like he did, you know, maybe we gave him an open one, and then he started feeling it. He started making hard ones, step backs and runners, and he had a phenomenal game. So sometimes when you let a guy get going, it's tough to get him under control, and so we did our best to try to keep him from beating us down the stretch. Well, it's such an offensive-minded team that I'm trying to get that shifted to where they think about defense all the time. that don't worry about offense. And I told them today in the pregame, I said, we've had 5 games and 5 different leading scores. So it might not always be your night. So hang in there, keep playing the right way, and the next game may be your time. So I'm trying to preach that we're talented offensively and don't think too much about whether you're the leading scorer or someone else is. You know, just come out and play as hard as you can defensively, and we'll be rewarded for that. And we were tonight. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because we step up in competition this week. Obviously, we know that with Creighton and Iowa and Texas Tech in an event. So nothing against the people we've played, but it's the next step up. And so where we're at, I really don't know. I'll know better after this Thanksgiving and Friday games that are we making a step to play up at a higher level of competition. So that's what I'm most interested in seeing.